Hey, Lexi Johnson here. I hope you've been enjoying the missionary interviews thus far. And I just wanted to share with you that one of the main projects that we're doing when we go over is we call the My Period campaign. And, here it is in 2022, and there are still in places throughout the world where women are made to feel like second class citizens, right? In Ghana, sanitary napkins are expensive, so expensive that a lot of women cannot afford to purchase them. So they resort to things like using baby diapers because, believe it or not, baby diapers are cheaper. Or if they can't even afford those, then they end up having to stay home from school or work and it just should not be. Why are they so expensive? They have a luxury tax and they have a value added tax. And the question is, how do you put a luxury tax on something that is a necessity, right? So this is one of our main projects, and I want to thank our donors. And at the end of each one of these missionary interviews, you'll see the credits roll and you're going to see the names of our donors. Without you all, we could not do what we're doing on the scale in which we're doing it. And so we are so grateful for you. Now, listen, if you're listening and you have not had the opportunity to donate, you can still do so. The link is down below. The link is also in the description wherever you're watching this broadcast. So just click on that link or copy and paste it and make a donation. $1 purchases one pack of sanitary napkins. And our goal is to give out 5,000 sanitary napkins. We're going to be visiting 4 schools. Okay. And these schools, listen, the numbers are astronomical. Like one school has like 950 girls, just girls. Okay. So we want to do what we can to ensure that the young ladies who need the sanitary napkins, that they get them and that they get a few packs of them, right? So that they don't have to worry in the upcoming months about what they're going to do to purchase. They don't have to miss school. They don't have to miss work. They don't have to miss anything, right? Because they have things that they need. We'll also be doing, workshops with them. And so it's going to be really fun, but we can't do it without our donors. So thank you to all those who have given. Thank you to those of you who are watching this broadcast and will give. And at this time, we are going to be hearing from Ida Anderson. And so, listen to her story. It's a great one. Enjoy. Hey everyone, we're back interviewing another one of our missionaries. And today we have Ida Anderson with us. Hey Ida.
Hey everyone.
Good to see you. Tell everyone a little bit who you are, a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Ida Anderson. Like Pastor Lexi mentioned, born and raised in Indy. I'm currently a service coordinator, but I also have, many talents. I wear many hats. I'm a mother of 4. Been married for over 10 years. I am looking forward to what is to come with the Money Mastery for her. Thanks
Yes,
for
yes,
having
yes,
me.
yes. Of course, of course. So, Ida, my first question is this. When you first heard about the mission trip, what were your thoughts? And what was it that caused you to be like, okay, yes, I'm gonna do that? Will you take us through that process?
Absolutely. So when I saw it roll out that you were doing the mission trip to Ghana, I was like, oh, I'm going. I gotta go. This is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Because I remember a couple years prior, or it might have been a few years prior, when you did a mission trip. I believe you went over to Ghana, and I kind of captured everything after the fact. But I was just like, oh my God, that looks so awesome! It's so amazing. I got to do that. I don't care. I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to talk to the right people, have the right conversations. I want to do this. So here I am.
Yeah, absolutely. So for you, it was an easy yes.
It was an easy
Did you
yes.
say?
It was
Yeah,
easy yes. It was easy
yeah,
yes. And honestly, being a woman of color, I've always been told that Africa is the motherland. So, well, let me go visit the motherland, see what it's all about. So I just couldn't let the opportunity pass me by. I just couldn't. I just couldn't.
yeah. I hear you. I hear you. So, we've been preparing over the last 9 months or so for this trip. And so, how has the preparation process been for you? Do you feel somewhat prepared? Do you?
I'll say about 50-50, because it's been a lot going on for me, in particular, because I was juggling some things in my personal life. We also had a recent death in the family of someone that was very close to us, and so between that work, my business, family, it was just a lot. But no matter what, I was just like, nope, I gotta try to keep up, and I just thank God for His grace and His mercy, because I was able to just kind of keep track of you guys. I'm so happy I'm going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess, what else would you say, I guess, to people who are thinking like, oh my gosh, I have so much on my plate right now. There's so much going on. Life keeps happening,
Oh yeah.
what would you say? What would you say to them?
Oh well. I mean, not oh well, but life happens. No matter what, it's gonna keep happening. So I knew if I put it off, I'm gonna put it off again next year, and the following year, and the following year after that. And I just know me, and I was just like, nope. No matter what's going on, no matter what I'm juggling, if God has made this trip meant for me to go, everything's going to work out. And that's exactly what has been occurring around me. Everything, no matter what, everything has worked out where I have, met the deadlines and things like that. So I just thank God. I just thank God. I'll tell anybody, no matter what life, has going for you, still take a chance to live a little. Take those opportunities that come like once in a lifetime. um, because you just never know when the opportunity is going to come back. So if you're always a person that's putting life on hold because of this and that, you never live your life. You never have an opportunity to live. So I'm just here trying to live my best life like everybody else, the
I
best I
hear you.
can.
I hear you. I hear you. And I so appreciate you still hanging in there, right? Because with everything that has gone on from the time that you've committed to going on this trip, with everything that has gone on, honestly, anybody who knew what was going on in your life during this period of time would have said it's pretty valid if she doesn't go on this trip. Like if she just
Yeah,
decides, I can't do this, no one would really, no one would argue,
yeah,
no one would argue. But the
yeah,
fact that you have pressed through all of that and you are still going, um, speaks volumes. And I think not your commitment just to the team or, this, but more so your commitment to God and what He would have you to do. So I
absolutely.
certainly appreciate you for pushing through.
I appreciate you
So,
guys for letting me go.
so what are your expectations? Uh, when you get over there, what are you? I don't know. What have you imagined? What are you thinking of? What are you hoping you experience? What do you want out of the experience?
Well, I um, definitely want to be able to come back and say, "Hey, I've been to Ghana." Definitely want that opportunity. So I'm looking forward to that. But what I expect to get out of it, I don't. expect to come back the same. I expect to come back changed. I see transformation about to happen, honestly, um, because with charity work, when you're able to just put thoughts on others, you know, within itself is rewarding. So honestly, I'm just expecting to come out of this a changed woman for the better, and also grow and think of other ways to do other charity work too, as well from this. So
Yeah, awesome. So tell the people out there, because I already know, but tell the people out there, like, what are you bringing to this team, or what will be some of your contributions or some of your roles on this team?
now, mind you, I've missed a couple meetings, but I believe I'm an intercessor
Mhm.
on a Sunday. I think it's the second Sunday that we're there, right? Right. Okay. And then also, it's it's super big to me, but I'm getting the privilege to take a lot of the photos for the mission trip. So that within itself, there's no word. I've screamed about it very loud, and I'm not going to do that on here. But I just feel like a big kid. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of feel like good things can happen. Great things are happening. I mean, good things can happen for all ages, no matter where you are in life, and that's where I am. I'm just staying positive about everything, not letting anything get in my way. Now, don't get me wrong. I have some fear. I do have some fear in regards to
Yeah.
flying for 10 hours. Am I gonna survive? Am I gonna survive this flight? So I do have fear about that, and just being away from my nest, my home. I do have some fear of that, but
Yeah. So
man,
let's talk about that. Is this your first time flying internationally? Is this,
yes,
like you
it
said?
is. So I had to get my passport, and I'm waiting on my visa to come back. So yes, this is my first international flight, and I cannot tell you how amazing it feels. I kind of feel like I'm kind of adding to my badges, my life badges,
Mhm.
if you will, my bucket list. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I just can't wait to fill up that passport with more visas. So
Awesome,
ooh, I'm
awesome.
excited.
And what was that process like? Like, applying for your passport, your visa, your all of that. Um, how did that go? Was it difficult, or was there some help? How did that go?
It was difficult for me. I'm gonna be honest because of everything I'm juggling. Um, I kind of got anxiety about it. Like, no, a million times I started it and then stopped and started and stopped. But it was just a part of me. It was just like, no, you got to push through this. You can't. I had to stop thinking about the process. To be honest, we ain't even gonna talk about that list, that packing list. We ain't even gonna talk about that. I ain't even crossed it. But yeah, I totally got anxiety with the whole passport process. And then especially when I had to mail in my passport to get my visa, I was just like, what do you want my passport for? I just got it. I'm a work in progress. I did not know they had to stamp my visa inside. He explained it on the call, but it was still anxiety because, I finally got my passport at 35. And I'm like, now you want to take my passport away from me? You want to go overseas? Are you serious? But I worked through it. I'm good now.
So for
I got
those,
tracking on it, so I
oh
know where
goodness.
it's at.
So for those who are watching, if you've never gotten a passport, if you've never gotten a visa, you fill out for your passport, that, send that application off. It takes time to come back and you finally get your passport. But anytime you're going to get your visa, most places where you go, you have to send the passport in to that embassy, and they don't want a copy, they want your original. So that's what she's talking about, that she had anxiety about. But in terms of the visa paperwork and all that stuff, you had help, right?
Oh, I did. Mr. Andrew, he's heaven sent. He even signed me up for a Delta account. Okay, now that's the way you take care of new international travelers. Andrew will always get my business anytime I do international travel. He was awesome and amazing. Amazing. He made the process seamless. He was able to work around my schedule because, I work Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And he did not matter. It didn't matter to him. Like, he was available after I got off work. He was available early in the morning. So he was very flexible. He was available via phone, email, text. Like, he made it possible. I mean, I can't say nothing bad at all about that whole process. That was just awesome and amazing. And he really lifted the weight off my shoulders in a tremendous way. And I'm very thankful. Very thankful.
Yeah, awesome to hear that. So, for those again who are watching, if you haven't watched previous interviews with our missionaries, Andrews or Andy's, as some of us call him, is the travel agent for his company is a travel agent, the travel agency for our team. And the name of his company is Elijeko Enterprises. Elijeko Enterprises. Elijeko Enterprises. You'll see that like in the credits. But yes, him and his team have been absolutely phenomenal. They go above and beyond. I mean, he doesn't have to help anyone with visas or anything like that, but he does. And not only does he, like when I say help with visas, it's not like he's saying, oh, fill this line out. Oh, this is what that you put in this line. No, like he does the paperwork for you. And all you got to do is sign it, and then mail it, according to his instructions and all of that. So he's been super amazing. So what have been some of your other, so the flying 10 hours is your first international trip. I just got my passport. Now I got to send it off somewhere else. And oh my gosh, I hope it comes back. Like, have there been any other concerns or any other fears?
I just hope to get back in time for my flight, That's all, I'm just waiting, patiently waiting, looking at the date. As, the days go by. I'm like, okay. I'm just right, other than that, I heard somebody say, oh, you're gonna have to go through customs. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? So the whole so traveling is never easy. And the times I've always traveled here in like the last 10 years, I've always had my kids with me. It's just like the first time I'm having to travel and it's, international, I'm going through customs and everything. And I just want to make sure that, I'm checking that list that you provided, that good example, to make sure that I'm not doing anything that will get me flagged because I don't want them problems. I don't want them international problems,
Yeah.
I am trying to stay off the radar,
No.
That is just one of my biggest fears, honestly. It's just
getting through that process, especially if you haven't done it before. It's a little nerve-wracking. And but upon arrival to Ghana, though, we've kind of set up some things, right? So what are some of those things, and is that going to help you as you land there feel a little bit more at ease? Do you have a light in your car to put on? Because I know it's the sun's starting to go down. That's good.
Here we go. Yes, the process for when we land, the escort that's going to take place, that is definitely helpful. Had that not been in place, I probably would have got sent back home. But I honestly, big ups to you, Pastor Lexi, because you went above and beyond for that process to make it seamless for us. Because I'm sorry to say, I'm not vaccinated, and I have my exemption letter, and you went above and beyond to see what other opportunities or what other resources they had, for those that, unfortunately are not vaccinated. So thank you, because I'm sure that cost some time on your part, to make those connections and to get those questions answered and get the resources that's needed so that when we land, we can carry on and get through customs and all that. So thank you,
Oh,
Pastor
yeah,
Lexi.
no, and not just me, but even some of our team over on in Ghana, who did a lot of the legwork. I just was like, hey, what can we do? What who do we need to talk to? All of
Oh
these
yeah,
things, and so yeah, put me in connection with the right people, and and that
yeah,
ultimately, it's all God, right? Because He knows we're going over
absolutely,
to do His work, and so He just makes sure all of that stuff is taken care of. So
absolutely,
you talked about you're going to be the official photographer for our team. You talked about that, and you talked about you talked about being an intercessor, but you're going to be doing one more thing.
oh yes. I am going to be speaking on finances, right?
Yep.
Yes. So we're gonna have an event, and I'm gonna be doing speaking about finances for about a half an hour, I
Yeah.
believe. So I'm looking forward to that as well. Um, well, finances, that's our thing. So I can't just say
Yes.
it's about ministry too. So I'm excited. And I can't wait to hear the feedback that we get from those workshops because honestly, I love workshops like that where you're getting some beneficial information that can help you better, how you manage your money. So I'm looking forward. I'm sure we're gonna get some great feedback. So yeah.
Cool. Now, is there anything else that you're looking forward to? Yes, we're going over there to work, and we're going over there to serve and all of that. But is there
Absolutely.
anything else that you're looking forward to while we're over there?
Absolutely. Meeting the people of Ghana.
Yeah.
Being out in their community,
Yeah.
learning new things, meeting the youth there. And I'm really looking forward to that because I know they're gonna teach me some stuff. I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to just being entertained with them. Period, like dancing, singing, all that. I'm looking forward. I am really looking forward because I mean that's why we're going.
Hmm.
That's exactly why we're going. I'm not going to relax or rest or nothing. No, I'm going to work. I'm going to serve God's people. So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited. And
Absolutely.
it's a different it's different because this is not my first charity work at all, but
Hmm.
it's different considering the location,
Hmm.
considering it's outside of the U.S. So it like I said, it's definitely going to cause transformation on my end. I strongly believe I'm gonna come back a changed woman. I'm just looking forward to allowing God to use me and shape and mold me to be whoever I'm supposed to be after this. So I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love it, as I'm interviewing you all, how you're talking about, yes, we're going to serve, but we are also going like humbly, expecting
Hmm.
um, to
Absolutely.
learn and to grow too.
Hmm.
So, because oftentimes um, people in Africa can be painted like, they're poor and they have nothing to offer. And, we're going to go over there and, get them straight.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody blessed me way more than what I do for them. Seriously.
I'm telling you, it's going to be an exchange for sure, and so we are certainly looking
Absolutely.
forward to that. So,
And networking to be awesome too. Like if I can
yes,
just, be able to connect with, a few souls over there to keep in contact.
oh yeah,
That'll be
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. I mean, and that is the amazing part too, because I still have so many contacts and so many people that I speak to regularly from the very first time, that
Yes.
I went. And so, we either speak through WhatsApp or, through Messenger on Facebook, but a lot of WhatsApp. And,
I gotta get my family to download that too, because I saw
yes,
that. I'm loving that
yes.
my phone's not gonna ring. No spam calls while in Africa, baby.
Nope, no spam calls there.
I'm
So,
loving that break alone. So
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, WhatsApp is going to be very instrumental because it's really great for international, and it's free. You don't have to pay
okay.
for it. So yeah, so yeah, it's definitely going to be an exchange. So so we're doing a lot of things while we're there, right? We've got the women's event going on. We've got the youth summit. We've got the youth dance competition. One of our missionaries, it's a barber. He's going to be cutting some hair. There's a lot. It's a lot going on, right? And we're going to have a lot of fun. But one of the major projects that we're doing is the My Period campaign. And our team decided on doing that. And so when you learned about this this specific need in Ghana for young girls and women, what was your thoughts?
Oh, I was like, considering it, for the trip, it was mostly women that's going.
Mm-hmm.
I thought this was perfect. You know, um, here alone, those napkins are not cheap. So just to imagine, what they go through over in Ghana, I thought this was perfect. I thought that we picked the perfect campaign. Absolutely. And considering what the young girls go home with, that within itself right there, it speaks volumes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And when I learned about it, initially I was like, because I've seen it done in several places, not even just Ghana, but
Hmm.
in different places in Africa. I've seen, this campaign done under different names and things like that. And I'm like, why is there such a need for it? And then when I learned, like, oh goodness. So not only
Hmm.
are the sanitary napkins expensive there, but they get taxed twice on them, a luxury tax and a value added tax. And I'm like, how
Huh?
do you how do you put a luxury tax on something that is a necessity? I don't
Right. I
understand
could see
that.
if it was a hotel or a rental car.
A Lamborghini or what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
you know,
Airbnb maybe.
I
You know?
was just like,
Uh,
what? This is a normal part of life for women, and the fact
they
that
cannot
they have to,
avoid it.
right, and the fact that okay, I got to pay double taxes on something that is natural. I mean, so I can't control that. That's just part of my makeup. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Part of our
So
DNA. That's right.
yeah, yeah. So we are, for those of you that are watching, it's not too late to donate. We
Yes,
are
please don't.
raising funds. We're raising funds for the My Period campaign. And so our goal is to raise $5,000 because we want each of the young ladies, each of the young girls and young women that we'll see, because we'll be going to a school to do this campaign. We want them to go home with a year's supply of
Hmm.
sanitary napkins. And yes, and not only that, they're going to get, an education around their menstrual cycles and,
Hmm.
hygiene and all of those good things. So it's going to be a good time. So donate, donate, donate. Okay.
Yes.
We still have time to
All
donate.
caps,
All
please.
caps. And
All
actually,
caps.
at the link I'm providing here below, but it's also in the description wherever you're watching this, whether you're watching on, Facebook or YouTube or wherever you're watching this, there is a description and the link is going to be in there. You simply need to click on the link and then you can donate. It'll ask you for referring missionary. Just put Ida Anderson's name in there. Okay. And donate. And listen, you don't even have to donate a whole lot of money because $1 in
No.
Ghana is about $7.95 the last time I checked. It fluctuates between 7.95 and 7.98. It's fluctuated like that over the last couple of weeks, few weeks. So our $1 goes a long way. And so, you may be thinking, well, I don't really have a whole lot to donate. Listen, $5 will get 5 packs of sanitary napkins. Okay.
Hmm.
And so that's, an almost half a year supply for a young lady.
For a young lady, yes.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
absolutely. So there's no dollar amount that is too small. Now, on the other hand, if you have it like that and you want to donate $1,000 or $5,000 or 3,000 or 500 or whatever the
Bless
Lord
you.
puts on your
Bless
heart,
you. Yes.
we will accept. and we will go and make sure that those young ladies have what they need. So again, the link there is in down below. It's also in the description. And again, you can put Ida's name in the referring missionary line. So anything else you wanted to say on the My Period campaign before we wrap up?
Well, on the My Period campaign, like I said, I'm grateful that that was the selected campaign that was chosen. I and like I said, the year supply, I was somebody would have gave that to me. No, but seriously, I think that's one of the best things that we can offer to the youth there, especially young girls. You know, a lot of young girls unfortunately lost their mom at a young age, you know, didn't have their grandmother around to help teach them about their personal hygiene. So to know that they're going to get everything that they need as far as the supplies and the education, oh, come on. That ain't nothing but God right there.
Yeah.
Right there. That's awesome. That's a blessing. Honestly.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we've had some, amazing donors and as well. You guys
Thank
keep
you.
following us. When we go to Africa, you're going to be able to, keep up with us. We'll be posting some pictures and little videos from, here and there. You'll be able to keep up with our, trip. And then y'all just keep watching. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Y'all just keep watching, okay? So, any last words of encouragement for, because I have a list of people who are like, I want the information for the next one. And I've got some who have said I'm going no matter what. And I have some who are interested, thinking about it, but I have a list of people already. And so, any words of encouragement for people um, considering going on a mission trip, um, and would you recommend that they go with this company?
So, in regards to the list that you got of the people that are thinking about next time, and so forth and so on, I would say don't think about it. Just do it. Don't be disobedient. If God is leading you to go do charity work, then be obedient. Be obedient. Don't ignore God, because you never know what He has in store for you when you get over there.
Mhm.
So definitely be obedient. You know, go, you know, follow as the Lord leads you. You know, and I definitely highly recommend Money Mastery for her because the purpose, and the intentions. I highly recommend. I highly recommend, and you always see it through, Pastor Lexi. So thank you so much for allowing me to be here. And one last thing about Andrews. When
Mhm.
I called Andrew, well, when you gave me Andrew's information, I was only expecting for him to book my flight. So
Yeah.
yes, he ended up doing my visa as a bonus. I didn't ask. He asked me if I had it. I said no, and he did everything for me. And then he just sent me like all my documents and said, "Hey, print this and take it to UPS." Okay, thank you. So I was calling to get my flight booked, but he did so much more, way more than I expected. So yes, Andrews and his travel company, I highly recommend, and Money
Yeah.
Mastery for her as well.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much. Thank you so much, Ida, for your time tonight and for sharing, how your experience has been so far, what you're looking forward to. We're going to be interviewing you all again when we get back, sometime after we get back and we're rested up and all of that. We'll be interviewing some of you all again just to see if it was
excited.
what you expected, if it wasn't what you expected. Is that a bad thing, a good thing, what? So thank you
Absolutely.
so much for your time tonight. I'm going to let you get back to your family. But thank you so much for blessing us tonight with your words.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure to be here.
All right, everyone. We will see you next time. Listen, I'll remind you again, it's not too late to donate. The link is down below or it's in the description. And certainly, if you're thinking about doing a mission trip, do it with us. Do it with Money Mastery for her, especially if you're a first time missionary, because we really do what we need to do to make sure that you're prepared and that you're ready to go and to make sure that, any fears or concerns or anything that you have, we make sure that, we have things in place to help address that. And listen, when you're on this team with us, I'm just going to say it. This is an anointed team, okay?
Yes, it is.
Anointed business, because we understand that we're there to spread the message that the kingdom of God is at hand. And so anytime we are spreading the real good news, God all over that, right? His spirit is all over that. So we thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.